Hey, how you guys doing? Welcome to the second part of the video between Lasker and Pillsbury. I really like this game just because the opening was so equal. Some of my favorite games are positions where two top players are playing, it looks like a dead draw, and then one player finds a way to make something happen. And as you saw in the last video, he found a way to create two weaknesses in Black's camp. So we're going to go forward a few moves, and only then am I going to ask you a question. Now, by the way, notice here he just gave away the pawn immediately. I think the idea was it's very hard. There's no way to defend e5, to stop king f5. There's just no way to stop rook h5. So he just gave away the h-pawn, hoping that he would be able to create counterplay on the f2 pawn. But white played f3. Rook to e2, slightly annoying, because now if bishop takes e5, white will get the e-pawn. He plays bishop b4, bishop e7 check, bishop g5, defending the pawn again. We're going to go forward a few moves here. White kind of jockeys for position a little bit. There's no real rush here. King e6, a nice active move with his king. Bishop g7, king f5, king e4. As you see, they're just kind of like maneuvering a bit at this point. Rook g7. Okay, and now is the key position. White to move in this position. What move would you play? Pause your video, try to figure it out. Alright, this is a very tricky moment, and one where you can let your entire advantage slip away in one move. So if you haven't thought about a move, I'd really suggest pausing it and trying to figure it out. Okay, so Lasker in this position played the move Rook g6. A very nice move. Probably not the only move, but a strong one, and gave white a good position. The key here is you need to avoid playing a bad move. The bad move is rook to g5. And what you may think, rook takes, bishop takes, we're going to win this pawn, and then we're up two pawns and it's an easy win. Because if king here, bishop f6. The key, however, all of a sudden after king e6, you realize that you've made a mistake. Because after bishop takes pawn, bishop takes e3, the position is now a dead draw. So you have to be super, super careful before you reduce the position, before you make trades in positions like this. Like there's a lot of books out there that tell new players whenever you're ahead in material, just trade pieces. But it's not that simple. You can never play chess that mindlessly. And after rook here, but I'm noticing even this move might be... Oh no, if this move, rook here... Yeah, like maybe black can even play this way, and if take. So perhaps there's two defenses, unfortunately. For some reason, I thought... I didn't even see rook h4, honestly. But yeah, rook g5, the key move is this. King to d6. And this position actually should just be a draw. After king f5, king d5, e4, I believe probably just this move, followed by bishop to d4, should be a blockade. And there's just really no great way to make progress here for the white pieces, unfortunately. In the game, though, he just played rook to g6. And now, slowly but surely, demonstrated his advantage. I think next move he would go... See, black's in some zugzwang here, even. Like he can't go bishop a7. He can't keep the bishop in this diagonal. If he moves the rook away, we can take on e5. And if he moves the king, I mean, that's the only other move I can see. But maybe if king c7, king to d5. After bishop e7, king f5, king e6. And he's just makes sure to hold on to all of his pawns. e4. Bishop e7 is strong. And slowly gets the win. Takes some time, but now he has the second pawn, and he wins easily from here. I mean, he had no other choice, I guess. I'm not sure why he didn't resign. Now he resigned. He was hoping that white maybe would just go here and miss bishop c3. Lasker's a little stronger than that, though. So, a big win for Lasker in his long-running series, long-running feud with Harry Pillsbury. And impressive the way he did it. He had just kind of like a pretty equal-looking endgame and just slowly outplayed him. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this game too. I don't think this game's in any real books either because it's just not that flashy. That's the thing. A lot of these non-flashy games don't make the books. You just never see them. But they're also sometimes the most instructive games. If you really take a close look at games like this, you can learn a lot. See you all tomorrow. There's a few more games from this tournament that I thought were quite interesting. Bye-bye.